Welcome to Moose Plays, everyone. I'm the Liquor Moose, and today we're going over my first playoff match, my team builder. It is against Mark, who pilots the Broforce team. I did end up locking up first in the regular season, so I'll be Mark locked up eighth, so that's why he's my opponent. We are in a double elimination playoff bracket, so if I lose this game, not to worry, I don't get eliminated. Um, but yeah, let's just go through the team quickly because battle's actually gonna start soon in real time. So I needed a defensive Pokemon for the match. Fortress is by far the one that matches up best against his entire team. So we just went with physically defensive, just the normal stuff you'd expect on for me to bring a Fortress. Gyro Ball, Spikes, Volt Switch, Rapid Spin, just normal stuff. It is noteworthy that Fortress's Gyro Ball on this set will one-hit KO Alolan Ninetales, even with Aurora Veil up, so that's good to know. Next up, Salt Vest Conkeldurr is coming back. It's been a while since I've used Conk, but he is very well positioned against Mark's team. Mark's team has a lot of fighting type weaknesses, so other than Fortress, every Pokemon I'm bringing has a fighting type move. I went with Assault Vest this time because it gives me a relatively safe switch into Heliolisk. Even a Specs can't. Even a Specs Heliolisk has to settle for a 3-hit KO onto this Conkeldurr. So that's why I went with the Assault Vest instead of something like a Flame Orb. Still gets Guts. In case he does have Arcanine with Will-O-Wisp, or if someone brings Toxic. And then past that, it's the same four moves I brought last time when I played against Mark. Mach Punch for priority, Drain Punch for recovery, Knock Off to deal heavy damage to Latios, and just knock off any item really. And then Earthquake because Mark also has a lot of Pokemon weak to ground attacks. Best offensive check to Latios, which is possibly Choice Scarfed, is again Choice Scarf Weavile. Knockoff is a guaranteed Oko. And then Icicle Crash is another powerful stab that hits some of his Pokemon super effectively. He does have a few fairy types on his team. Notably, Shiinotic is Grass Fairy, so it is 4 times weak to Poison Jab. And then we've got Low Kick again, because fighting type attacks hit Mark hard. This is where we got a little bit spicy here. Instead of bringing a defensive Donphan, we're bringing a Choice Band version. So, obviously, Donphan's speed is lacking, so I didn't dump 252 EVs into speed. I did go 252 attack and adamant nature just to get the most power out of it. I did put the 4 leftover EVs into speed, so that way all of his Pokemon that are base 50 speed and below, I expect him to bring 0 speed EVs in with those Pokemon, so this way it guarantees that it'll always outspeed, specifically obviously for Piloswine and Registeel. And then the rest of the EVs get dumped into HP for bulk. Just the normal. Oh, I guess I can't say normal coverage moves. Earthquake for stab. Then we've got Gunk Shot again. He's got some fairy types that I'm gonna try to exploit with this Gunk Shot. It does notably hit Latios very hard as well. Seed Bomb is specifically for Gastrodon, which otherwise does a pretty good job of walling Donphan. And then I'm bringing Superpower again for all the fighting type weaknesses that Mark has on his team. Next up, Assault Vest Slowking's coming back. It worked very well against Matt. Choice Specs Latios is really scary, so this is by far my best switch into that, my safest switch in. And then the same 4 moves I brought against Matt just gives Slowking best bang for its buck, basically. Scald, possible burns, Psychic, round out the stab. Ice Beam for good coverage, and again, Focus Blast because the fighting type coverage is really big against Mark. Finally, we're bringing in Volcanion. We're bringing a fast Specs version this time. Mostly because it can outspeed his slower Pokemon that aren't, or it can outspeed his slower Pokemon that aren't that don't have a positive nature and speed. Specifically his Arcanine. If he dumps 252 or no, sorry, that's a mistake. It's so that he can guarantee to outspeed Tyranitar. Um, yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go through this fast because Mark wants to battle soon. But yeah, so we're bringing the specs version because he does have a lot of walls. That was kind of the idea of this team in general, was just to hit really hard, just wall break city essentially. Um, so Steam Eruption and Fire Blast are the obvious choice for stab attacks here. Earth Power and Focus Blast have the best coverage against Mark, just because that's the way his team lines up. Um, I'm not entirely sure if Mark has. I guess Gastrodon doesn't get hit super effectively, but other than that, I think Mark's entire team. Oh, Latios also doesn't. But other than those two, this hits super effect. This has a move that will hit super effectively against Mark's team. So that explains this coverage. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm excited to see how well Trunks will do this match in my testing matches with Matt. It performed very well, so I'm hoping that it'll do so again. So keep your eye out. Keep your eye out on the channel for the battle. If anything changes between the recording of this video and the time of the battle, which probably won't, I will let you know. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.